Well, hi folks, welcome to Say the Media Sports Extra on YouTube. Mohammed Kudus is the newest acquisition of Tottenham Hotspur, and Kudus will go down as the most expensive Ghanaian player of all time in a deal worth £55 million. So at the moment, Mohammed Kudus is the most expensive Ghanaian player, and we are in to have a look Mohammed Kudus and what he has to do to ensure that he becomes successful with his new club, Tottenham Hotspur. For Mohammed Kudus, do want to subscribe to Saber Media Sports on YouTube for the best of sporting content. Like I said earlier on, Kudus is the most expensive Ghanaian player of all time at the moment. An amount of £55 million was paid to ensure his move was completed. So he moved from West Ham to Tottenham Hotspur. The last time there was that direct transfer between West Ham and Tottenham, in terms of Tottenham signing a player from West Ham, was as far back as in August 2011, and that player was Scott Parker. So it is not something that is really common. I just don't know the reason, but it is not something that is really common. For Mohammed Kudus, he is from Nima, and he joined Right to Dream Academy at age 12. And that academy was brought to fore or brought to being by Tom Vernon, former head of scouts for Manchester United in Africa. So he is the brain behind the rise of Mohammed Kudus. So from Right to Dream Academy, he joined Nordsjælland in Denmark, from Nordsjælland to Ajax, and from Ajax to West Ham, and now from West Ham to Tottenham Hotspur. So he's a player who is very prolific. For Nordsjælland, he registered double figures in terms of goals. He did same at Ajax. He did same at West Ham. And when it comes to international experience, Kudus has played for the national under 17, the Black Stars of Ghana, and for the Black Stars, he has represented the Black Stars 42 times, scoring 12 goals. Now, the sad bit when it comes to Mohammed Kudus, why there is that fear, there is that panic, is because of his form last season. In his debut season for West Ham United, Mohammed Kudus scored 8 goals and registered 9 assists in the Premier League. But moving on, in his second season, there was a challenge as a result of poor form, as a result of tactics, as a result of Mohammed Kudus not playing in his natural out-and-out position, that is playing him on the right wing. Managerial issues was also a challenge because David Moyes left the club and he was replaced with Lopetegui. Lopetegui also left, and former Chelsea coach Graham Potter took over. And for Potter, he decided to play Mohammed Kudus sometimes as a number 10 and sometimes as a striker, preferring to use Gerard Bowen on the right wing, and that became a challenge for Mohammed Kudus. So it was an underwhelming season for Kudus. Last season, he scored 5 goals and he registered 3 assists. Now, moving on, Mohammed Kudus is noted for one thing, apart from goals, his dribbling ability. And sadly, his dribbling ability dropped. For the 2024-2025 season, he recorded or he attempted 198 dribbles compared to the previous season where he registered 281. So in terms of dribbling, his performance took a nosedive. The success rate also reduced as well, because for the 2024-2025 season, they just ended season, his success rate was 47%. For the 2023-2024, his success rate was 55.9%. So what I'm saying, or the point I'm trying to prove, I backed it with statistics, and I know if you're a fan of Mohammed Kudus, you will definitely agree with me that last season, Kudus had an underwhelming season. Now, what must Mohammed Kudus do to thrive, to be successful at Tottenham Hotspur? Now, for Mohammed Kudus, the first thing he has to know that the atmosphere in Tottenham Hotspur is way different from the atmosphere in West Ham when it comes to competition. At West Ham, on any day, Mohammed Kudus was a starter in the starting 11. On any day, he walked straight into the starting 11 of the West Ham team. But compared to Tottenham Hotspur, there is competition. There is competition in the attacking third. Solanke is around, Michael Essien is around, Bernard Johnson is also around, Heung-min Son is also around. The only thing that probably will work in Kudus' favor is that he's a marquee signing, £55 million. They will do everything possible to get the best out of him. But the point I'm trying to establish is that Kudus, he needs to raise the standard of his game. And one thing that has become a challenge for Mohammed Kudus is consistency. He had consistency in his first season with West Ham, but last season, consistency was missing. And I think he needs to get it right in that regard. Now, adaptation must be fast. Adaptation in terms of practice, adaptation in terms of settling in a new environment. Tactically, Thomas Frank, he prefers the 3-5-2, sometimes 4-3-3 formation, and that shouldn't be a challenge. But he's one coach who believes in hard work. That is why Mbeumo was successful. He's also a coach who can easily transform and improve the performance of players. And Kudus even admitted it, that it was one of the reasons why he decided to join Tottenham, because he has a coach who can transform and improve the performance of players. So Kudus should be ready to adapt in terms of practice and also quickly get used to the Tottenham Hotspur environment. Now, one thing which is also a weakness of Mohammed Kudus is his off the ball performance. When he's not having the ball, he's so good on the ball and he's also effective when he's on the ball. But off the ball, in his first season, that was the 2023-2024 season, he won possession 298 times. But compared to last season, he won possession 148. So there was a drop in terms of Kudus winning the ball and also performing well off the ball. So Kudus, he needs to tick the boxes, the points I've just enumerated or talked about. He needs to get it right in that regard. And the last thing I will add is that Mohammed Kudus, he has role models to learn from. Michael Essien, Sule Ali Muntari. Kevin Prince Boateng played for Tottenham Hotspur, but he was not successful. If there is one gentleman Kudus has to look up to, that gentleman is Michael Essien. I quite remember in 2005 when Essien joined Chelsea Football Club, Ghanaians were scared because Essien had a good run with Olympic Lyon. He joined Chelsea, star-studded Chelsea team, so there was that fear and panic that Essien was going to retire on the bench of Chelsea. But Michael Essien, mentally, how strong he is as a person, how he does not joke with his training, and even the amount of sleep propelled Essien for him to become a big hit at Chelsea Football Club. So if there is any man that Kudus needs to look up to, that man is the enforcer, the bison, Michael Essien. Well, I'll end on this note, and do want to subscribe to this channel on YouTube for the best of sporting content. Have a wonderful day.